Good Monday evening, everybody. David Paul here in the KHOU 11 Weather Center. It's 8 o'clock. We're in the heart of hurricane season. This is your 8 o'clock daily complete tropical update for the Atlantic Basin, and things have changed a lot just today. We look at all the names so far that we've had and the storms we've had this season so far. Andrea, Barry, Chantal, Dexter, all were tiny little tropical storms. Then along came Aaron, which went to Cat 5, a huge, powerful hurricane. That one missed everything in the Atlantic. Then we had one more weak tropical storm. That was Fernand. And then Gabrielle formed a few days ago. And Gabrielle struggled to even exist as a tropical storm for a while. And then over the weekend, it went Cat 1. Yesterday, it got up to about Cat 2. Today, it's gone to Cat 4. So I need to update this right now. Gabrielle is now a Category 4 hurricane with winds of 140 miles an hour. So this will be the second major hurricane we've had so far this season. And this is catching us up quickly with our accumulated cyclone energy index, which before Gabrielle was about 30% below where we ought to be this time of the year. Now with Gabrielle and the energy, it's adding to the energy index. We're now only about 8% below where we ought to be for this time of the year on the accumulated cyclone energy index. So we're getting close to a normal season as far as the intensity and the amount of energy that's been thrown up in the Atlantic Basin so far by all of these storms, tropical storms and hurricanes. Again, water temperature plenty warm. Gabrielle is, let's update this on the fly. So Gabrielle is now Cat 4, sitting right about just to the east of Bermuda. So we're right here. Yeah, and sea surface temperature is right here, 86 degrees. So there's plenty of warm water and energy for to feed off of, and it is Cat 4 now with winds up to 140 miles an hour. And here is a look at the basin. Nothing in the Gulf, nothing in the Carib. We've got wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, and then that's Gabrielle. And that has become a serious hurricane in that it's very powerful, but the good news with this one is that it's missed Bermuda. There's St. George on the island of Bermuda, the nation island of Bermuda, and there is powerful Hurricane Gabrielle. I mean, what a storm. Look at that eye, just perfectly symmetrical. The gray you see around it, the central dense overcast, very symmetrical as well. Looks like it's undergoing a little bit of shear out of the southwest, got a little bit of southwesterly shear cutting across the storm, but it's very, very light, not enough to cause any disruption yet. Now, eventually the storm is going to begin to weaken for a couple of reasons. It'll be moving off to the northeast into cooler waters, and then you can kind of see on the backside, it's already starting to pull in a little bit of drier air on the backside. Hasn't reached the core yet, but it will. So eventually this is going to go through a weakening process as it zips up across the North Atlantic. Again, the storm itself, 140 mile an hour winds, pressure at 948, racing northeast at 12. That forward speed is going to be accelerating as well. Take a look at the forecast on that here in just a moment. But what an impressive hurricane Gabrielle's become. Now back to the open Atlantic, you can see the difference. Tropical wave here, tropical wave here. This is another wave near the islands, but that one's showing no signs of development. It'll be wave 1 and wave 2 that actually both have a chance to see development, so says the Hurricane Center. Wave 1 right here, 50% chance for development as it moves into the western Atlantic. Wave 2, 80% chance for development as it moves into the central Atlantic, kind of on the heels of Cat 4 Gabrielle sitting right there to the east of Bermuda. And again, you also notice none of it forecast to get into the Caribbean or the Gulf, so nothing knocking on a doorstep for the moment. Again, I always say you take that with a grain of salt. You get up the next day and check it out. Things can change overnight. What a difference from when we went into the weekend with not much expected out of these waves, and now here we are beginning the week and with a good chance that 2 more waves develop into something tropical. So again, just a good example of how quickly things can change this time of the year. Once again, this is Gabrielle, forecast track from the Hurricane Center. You know, it's a 4 now, quickly weakens to a 3, down to a 2, down to a 1, zips off past the Azores and toward Europe. Let's see, there's Portugal, Spain, France, England. And so they're going to get some wind and rain out of that over in Europe as we head into the coming weekend. Forecast modeling on this, the American and the Euro running simultaneously. They both have, of course, a good track on where Gabrielle is, and off that one goes, racing to the north and east. That's by Thursday. Notice how the modeling not develop anything down here through Thursday, but as we head into the coming weekend, both models develop one or the other of those two waves coming in. The American model develops one north of the Bahamas. The European develops another hurricane south of Bermuda as we head into Sunday, September the 28th. So we'll be watching for that. And the other thing you see on the modeling run, again, I always point out, does not develop anything through Sunday in the Gulf. The Caribbean is clear as well. So, for the moment, we watch from a distance all the activity in the tropics. Tuesday's forecast, 30% chance for a scattered shower tomorrow, and it will begin in the morning. There's a rain chance in the morning, scattered showers at noon, a few scattered showers tomorrow afternoon. Rain chances are not over the top tomorrow, just 40%. Summer continues, 93, as we have fall officially began this afternoon. First full day of fall is tomorrow. It will feel like summer here in Houston, as the first day of fall often does. Now, there are changes coming. Here's the extended 70% chance for rain and thunder. That is going to be Wednesday afternoon and evening as a cold front pushes in. Cold front in name only. It is not going to make us colder, but it is going to lower humidity, and you can see the impacts of that Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Highs near 90, so not as hot, and lows in the 60s. In fact, lows in the mid-60s through the weekend is a reflection of lower humidity. So it is a cold front, technically by the book, but it doesn't have any real cold air with it. But a little less hot and lower humidity will make the weekend feel much nicer. That is where we stand right now. Next live broadcast on KHOU 11 News.